Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Hey, full period. Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Ready. Right, 97. Hey, check Mega.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. 18 yards the gain for number 18. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2000?
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Jameis to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Okay,
so
ready?
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Smash.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that's reestablished some confidence in him to run this offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Winston. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Winston now from the 50. There's Chris Olave. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
The receiver factor at Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned last week they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed and the history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the 1st down.
They'll air it out deep for Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 35 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Williams loses the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll go to Barkley again. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go.
This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Barkley inside handoff. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jameis again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Winston to give, it's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
To try again after the sack. Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Byrne on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Ultra.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. Come on, 38. Black ultra. 22 middle.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Strike 60. Strike. Check strike.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
I just think by the time you spend the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half, not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Saquon Barkley. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That save is by Isaiah Oliver from his quarterback position. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. And quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Here's Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Winston now. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Ready.
To throw, Winston. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there off the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jameis to throw it. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They go play action. Winston. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Arnold